has blown a gasket and he's going to have the race off.
How tough would that be, Bruce? Did you ever call a horse that you owned?
No, I owned a couple of them, didn't call the races, and I was so petrified just watching. I don't know how he did it. It was brilliant.
I always wanted to ask you, did you ever call Special when she ran?
I did. Liberty Rose at 11, Sweet Court at 6, Liberty Rose, a stablemate of Fields of Omar. Paladama at 14. Now, Zanna and Dara, both from Sydney, well in the market here.
Yeah. Yes, I'm just readjusting my thoughts because this track is quite clearly rain-affected now, Bruce.
Written by Queen at $12.
Yes, she comes right in now with the rain-affected game. She loves it.
Chicayano's in the market at $5.50. Sabino Canyon, wide draw, but a big tip for it earlier today.
Yeah, terrific run last start. Right in the race for mine.
And it's at $7.90. Who better to ask about this race than Ken Callender, because there's so many chances from Sydney. Ken, where are your leanings and what are the bookies doing?
Bruce, my leanings are to a Queenslander. I'm tipping Paladama, who's an $11 chance. Going for the top, Liberty Roses at $15. Sweet Corn continues to get out. Now it's $9. $11 Paladama. Miss Helter Skelter $25. Zanna, the wet won't worry her. She's solid at $7. Dara from the Waterhouse Stable and On Speed Runner is $6.50. Sunday Art at $30. Written by Queen $12. Kayano $10. Villanova $20. Bella Vichy at $25. Now Sabino Canyon was $7 early. Off it went. $6.50 sixes into $5.50. Big money for Sabino Canyon, owned of course by John Singleton. Tenacious Spirit, Race the Heart of Scratchings, and then Ruffy's My Praline $50, $20 Zoilus, and Bella Moxie at $60. The big money for Sabino Canyon.
So John Singleton's horse, the one that back. Peter's gone for Zanna. Dr. Turf's with the money's Sabino Canyon, and Ken Callender with Paladama, who ran 5th in this race last year and then went on to win at Flemington. Wide draw Sabino Canyon, a worry or not from the 1600?
Not, look, it shouldn't worry her because she can get back in her races, but I'm not sure if they're going to make much ground the rest of the day. Now, the track is quite definitely rain-affected. The Cox Plate time was a similar time to the 3-year-old Colts ran, and of course they went quite slowly in that race, and of course they went very hard early in the Cox Plate, so the track is quite genuinely rain-affected now. And quite often here we see you can be out a little bit wide, but you need to be up on the pace. I'm not too sure at the moment.
OK, we'll find out pretty shortly because it's only about 7 or 8 minutes to the start of the race when we come back at Moonee Valley. Honey, Kenny, don't worry about it.
That loves Kenny.
Just leaving the mounting yard is Liberty Rose with Stephen King. Must be pretty hard to jump on in the next two for the jockey that's just had a major breakthrough.
Actually, when you think back of all the Melbourne Cup winners and Caulfield Cup, I'm not sure that the jockey follows up and wins another race. I can't ever remember it happening, actually.
No, it's a very good point. I guess the only recent example we've had of someone doing that is Corey Brown, 3 Group 1 winners in a row back on Epsom Day.
Scott Seaman had some good runs too, didn't he? I mean, I remember on Golden Slipper Day when I think he won the Golden Slipper of the Mercedes and another race as well. So it can happen, but right now Stephen King would be on top of the world. So this is our final race for telecast. The rugby's coming up shortly, the Rugby World Cup with the Wallabies playing Namibia, a sellout crowd in Adelaide, and we're back next week for the first of 4 great days, Melbourne Cup. This race, the Cox Plate I'm talking about before we go to the Crazy John Stakes, it delivered again, didn't it?
It certainly has, and well, what can we say? I mean, another worthy winner in Fields of Omar, not in the champion bracket, but an outstanding racehorse.
I think clearly the major disappointment of the Cox Plate, Bruce, with the bookmakers. I think they're really only betting $1.65. Their job is to lay these horses, the horses that are a risk at those odds. I think that was a very, very ordinary performance by the bookies today, Bruce.
That's a sweeping statement for a bloke that hasn't left this studio for a long time. Well, there you go, bookmakers. Dr. Turf has given you one.
I'm a punter, Bruce.
OK, well, it's Sabino Canyon at 6.20, so it's probably still a touch over on the toters. They're coming up now for the TROA Crazy John Stakes. Used to be the Tessio Stakes after the famous Italian breeder. But the last of the mares about to come up. Matthew James is your caller from Sport 927. We're about to join him for the Group 3 $100,000 Crazy John Stakes.
Now here comes Miss Helter Skelter going forward. Sabino Canyon coming up. Saw this with a barrier blanket on, and also Zanna. Sabino Canyon, no luck. Last start and certainly well backed in this race. Here's Zanna going forward. Zoilus to come up. Backs away at the last moment. Kayano standing well on the inside with an overwritten by Queen ready with Paladama and Liberty Rose. Now Zoilus goes in and the field is set. Race over 1,600 metres. They stand. Liberty Rose pouring at the ground. Sabino Canyon well backed in the race. Zoilus in, big field is set. Kayano the lead to gate one, starter pushes the button and off they go, and Kayano ridden up on the inside, bounded away fairly well from Milanova, ridden by a Queen. Just off them there, Liberty Rose and Miss Helter Skelter with a dash from out wide, and Dara is further out with Belovici, sorting themselves out here, racing up towards the back of the 1,300 metre mark, and Liberty Rose outside Kayano. Miss Helter Skelter and now Belovici in the purple colours dashing across up to the 1,200 metre mark, and surges to the front, 2.5 in front, Belovici early from Miss Helter Skelter. Kayano on the inside, a length and a half away, fourth is Dara, a neck away on the inside, Liberty Rose, 2.5 for the back, Milanova, then Paladamar settling down centre field, ridden by Queen is next, a length away Zanna, being followed by Sundiata. Zanna's out there 3 deep, followed by Bella Moxie, a length and a half, My Fraulein. Sabino Canyon is well back in the race, Sweet Corn and Zoilus back on the inside last of all. They've gone inside the 800 metre mark, and it's Belovici leading the way by a length and a half, Miss Helter Skelter, then Kayano on the inside being followed by Dara. Liberty Rose travelling okay, running fifth, followed by Milanova, then Paladamar now out 3 deep, ridden by Queen on the inside, being followed by Zanna, well back Sunday out of Bella Moxie, Sabino Canyon 8 off the lead, getting moving now with My Fraulein, Sweet Corn and Zoilus last of all up before the turn, and Belovici out about a length in front, Miss Helter Skelter trying hard, and then Kayano on the inside, being followed by Milanova, getting to the outside with Zanna, and Sabino Canyon a fair way off them with My Fraulein as they turn, but it's Belovici at a length and a half, Miss Helter Skelter, Zanna and My Fraulein and Sweet Corn sweeping down the outside. Zanna got to the front, here comes Sweet Corn and My Fraulein. Zanna just in front, Sweet Corn lunging at it, but Zanna has just beaten Sweet Corn in a very tight photo. My Fraulein third. Then came Belovici, being followed further back by Miss Helter Skelter. Then Milanova, Sabino Canyon and Zoilus. Then Bella Moxie. Further back in the race would have been Paladamar. Then Sundiata, written by a Queen. Well back in the race is Dara, which has finished back in company with Kayana and Liberty Rose back towards the rear of the field.
2 starts this time in for 2 wins. Zanna, the mare, trained by John Hawke. So John's had a couple of winners here today. He won the first. He was obviously the trainer of Lonro in the Cox Plate, the odds-on favourite. Corey Brown, the winning jockey here. So Zanna on the home turn, perfectly placed to challenge. Sweet Corn was a run. Out wide, we go. I'm not having much success with that. I don't know exactly what I'm doing with Sweet Corn on the left.
With the green with the blue head.
That's it. But Zanna about to challenge. Belovici looked a big chance in the run to the leader.
Yeah, better run today from Belovici, but she's a good filly, this Zanna. Adam, I think she's going to go on with her career now.
Yeah, look, she was fantastic first up. It was a lovely ride, but she came from an impossible position to win there. And I like the way that she dug deep with about 60 metres to go.
And My Fraulein, really a Mooney Valley winter horse who, she's run a terrific race, My Fraulein, and big odds.
Don't be too harsh on Sabino Canyon. Wait for her at Flemington. I think she's a big track meeting.
No doubt.
This horse won the Angst Stakes last start. That's a race that Miss Zoe won before she came to Flemington and blew them away on Derby Day. So once again, Sydney mares and fillies and Sydney form has proved superior here today.
I mean, the last couple of years, that have been the races they've won, the mares' races, and not really our big races.
5-2-15 are the numbers. Officially fourth, 1 Liberty Rose, and fifth has gone to Miss Helter Skelter, jumping up in distance, so it wasn't a bad run either.
No, this track has quite deteriorated now, and good to see them make a bit of ground in the middle of the track there, Bruce. So, well, that track's held up pretty well, really, considering, because we have had a lot of rain here in the last hour.